Good morning everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos. If you like this video at all, help me out and hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, consider subscribing if you haven't already. So today, what we're going to do is make a egg trap for a egg scattering fish like a CPD, which stands for Celestial Pearl Danios or Emerald Rasboras. Basically, these fish love to eat their eggs. They breed really easily in an aquarium, but keeping the eggs from the fish is always a challenge. The way I've done it so far is by using a small cup with a bit of moss to catch the eggs. And that works great. Sometimes we'll get 50 eggs, sometimes we'll get 100 eggs. Sometimes you go down there at the end of the day and there's no eggs because they find them and they eat them. So what I'm going to do today, and I'm super excited about it, we're going to make an egg trap. So I stopped at the local Jewel this morning and I picked up some Pyrex snapware. So this is a 4-cup size, 5.78 inches by 5.78 inches by 2¼ inch deep. What I like about this is it's glass. 2 reasons I like this. The first one, it's going to sink to the bottom of the aquarium. Right now in my current setup, I'm using rocks to weigh down the plastic. Second reason I like this is it's really easy to clean. You can get algae off of glass a lot easier than you can get it off of plastic. You could bleach this to disinfect it. It's just easier to work with. Comes with a bit of instructions. I'll link this in the description if you guys are interested in using this exact one. What I like about this is it's a flat top. And why that's important is I think it's going to make our job a lot easier when we put the screen on. So it took me a while to figure out what to use. But I went to Joann Fabrics, of all places, and found some plastic canvas. And this is 7 mesh. I think it comes in about 4 different sizes that I saw. 7 mesh seems like a good size. I think you'll be able to get some eggs through that mesh. The smaller size was definitely too small, and the size above this just looked too big. I don't want any baby fish getting stuck in here either. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a square out of here, and I'm going to silicone or glue in this mesh. And then what it's going to look like when we're all done is regular Tupperware with mesh on top and some moss. Any kind of plant will work with CPDs and stuff like that. So let's get to cutting. Now that we have our nice square hole cut in the Tupperware lid, I've taken the time to, sand down some of the edges. We're going to cut a square out of the plastic canvas. This is easy to measure because it's a grid pattern, so make a couple little snips on each side and then just meet them where they intersect. And boom, you got your square of plastic mesh. Once you're happy with how it fits, you're going to want to get some cardboard for the table so your significant other doesn't murder you when you get glue on the table. And now we're going to decide if we want to put it on the top or the bottom of the lid. It really doesn't matter. I chose the top. I just felt like it would be easier for me to do it that way. We're going to use some Gorilla Glue gel. This is great stuff, easy to work with, dries fast, and is aquarium safe as soon as it dries. I would suggest wearing some gloves so you don't get super glue all over your hands. Now, I'd love to tell you that you just need a thin bead like what I'm showing you right here, but for some reason this glue did not want to stick. I've never had this problem with Gorilla Glue. I don't know if it's the plastics that I used, but I added a lot more glue than this. If I could do it again, I might have used zip ties and small holes. I'm not sure. But you could try this way for yourself. It eventually did work with a lot more glue. I think I used the whole tube. So I just started globbing it on and rubbing it in with my fingers. If you're going to do this, I'd recommend having another set of gloves so that if you need to touch anything else, you're not getting glue everywhere. Now find something heavy to put on it, like your wife's candles, and throw a little more glue on. This part I kind of messed up. I shouldn't have done it on the base because you'll see you've got some glue stains now because of that. So learn from my mistakes. Use something else to put on top of your mesh besides the bottom of your glass container. Because we globbed on the glue, it took a lot longer to dry. Pro tip, if you apply a little bit of water to it, it cures really fast. And I actually gave this a really good rinse-a-roo in the sink just to make sure I got all the additional crud off of it. So let's go place this in the aquarium and see if the CPDs want to lay some eggs on here for us. This isn't a video on how to breed CPDs, although I will make one of those in the future. It is important to note that you want to remove every other possible spawning option for them. They are very attracted to plants, so what I'm doing here is removing all of the moss, guppy grass, subwasser tang, whatever else I got in here, just so that they spawn where I want them to spawn. Next, we're going to place our new egg trap in the aquarium real gently. We don't have a lot of options in this tank because it's only a 10-gallon aquarium, but if it's in a bigger aquarium, put it somewhere where they feel safe. A lot of times that's underneath a sponge filter or in a corner of a tank where they like to hide out, and that will get you more eggs. Last thing you're going to want to do is load up the top of your box with moss or any kind of aquatic plant you've got. You could probably even use spawning mops or plastic plants, but I have really good success with some Java moss, so that's what I'm using in this video. Alright, I let that sit overnight, and this morning, I don't know if you can see it from there, we got a bunch of eggs. I'm going to take this out and we'll count them, see how many eggs we got. So this is probably easier to see. All the clear eggs are fertilized and the white ones are not. So now the task is to take a pipette and to one by one pick up the eggs and put them in another container. And this way we avoid getting a lot of the waste, which will ultimately lead to fungus. So after taking a pipette and taking them out one by one, I counted 66 eggs. And I'm really excited about that. That's super cool. The beauty of this system is I'm able to go and do stuff all day, and then when I come home, I can take them out of that trap, and the only thing I really have to worry about is snails. And there were a few snails in there, but you can't really stop that. So, really excited about the success of this. I'm going to keep using it every day. And if you guys want to learn how to breed CPDs and emerald rasboras, I'll be making a video about that soon. So thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone learned something, and if you have any ways to improve the system, please leave a comment below. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.